Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Iinuma. Our company is Strategic Systems Group. We are a Los Angeles-based IT consulting firm and experts in enterprise resource planning. I'm here with my friend and colleague, Mr. Eric Klauss, CEO of PartnerSource Solutions. The topic for today is Outgrowing QuickBooks. And we have done webinars and presentations and so forth along these lines. Maybe it's time to take a fresh look. The times have changed. Technology has become more modern. The alternatives might be endless, but maybe we can narrow them down a little bit. So how about first, Eric, why don't we start? Maybe some signs, right, that we have a client that has outgrown QuickBooks. One of the things that I often point to first is if they have lots of spreadsheets and maybe some manual processes, that's a pretty good indication that they've outgrown QuickBooks. Is that true?
Absolutely. I sometimes use the term islands of information, but this is what we see is a proliferation. Sorry, tripped over my own word there, but a proliferation of data that's existing outside of QuickBooks, because there isn't a place in QuickBooks for that data to go. That could be data from an e-commerce system. That could be manufacturing data. It could be inventory information in some organizations, because maybe standard QuickBooks inventory isn't really designed to handle the kinds of information that they're tracking. Things like serial numbers and lot numbers, for example. QuickBooks inventory really standard isn't set up to handle those kinds of things. So that's what we end up seeing is all of that data now is surrounding QuickBooks. But now the flip side to that is, if I'm a business manager, business owner, trying to get a handle on all of this information, right? Maybe I need pieces of this data to be able to make intelligent business decisions, and I don't have any easy way to report on that. I've got to go and try and pull it together, cobble it together, as you were saying, Brian, from some data that might exist in QuickBooks and some data that might exist in some spreadsheets, and maybe there's some other data that exists in a CRM system or some other spreadsheet somewhere, and so I don't have this view of all of this information. That makes it almost impossible for me to make intelligent business decisions on any kind of reasonable timeline basis, right? I'm going to spend potentially hours pulling all of this data together, and I'm probably not dealing with that on a daily basis. So any information that I have is also limited based on the last time window, if you will, the last snapshot that I pulled and cobbled all of that information together. So I think those are some of the challenges that we see for people who have been running QuickBooks maybe for a while. If you're brand new in a startup business, I often say that QuickBooks is great for a young business. But as the business grows, as the business becomes more successful, this is where we see the organizations begin to really struggle, and potentially also to struggle with the amount of data. That's another challenge, is depending upon the nature of the business. If there are large volumes of transactions, the underlying QuickBooks database is really not designed to handle a large volume of transactions. And so I often look at that as this is a great problem for a business to have, because in the beginning, when you were starting your business, you probably didn't have that issue, right? You were just hoping to get some orders.